Hi Gemini, how are we today? Just doing a bit of a weekly sort of check-in, sort of seeing whatever comes out today. I do have quite a few decks with me, so we'll be looking at energy today with the paper oracle Lenormand. When it comes to the more reality, physical side of things, we do have the Slavic folklore Lenormand deck there. I do also have with me the Island Time Wellness deck, as well as my own personal sort of letters, months, and signs deck. But today we're actually going to start off with a inspirational quote for everyone. So this is the a guide for the advanced soul, a book of insight. Okay, so we'll be looking for what does Gemini need to know this week? Okay. We can only be here now when we accept instantly our moment by moment emotional experience. That's by Gita Bellin. Okay, so we're looking at obviously some sort of emotional experience at the moment for you, Gemini, accepting the moment by moment emotional experience. Okay, so it's sort of going to be obviously seeing how that comes across when we get into the reading for you there. But Gemini's energy, please. Okay, and just one more, please. Okay, Gemini, for your general energy, we are seeing the wheel first and foremost. So that's a very interesting card. It is unique to this particular deck there, but we really do sort of see that one as the red thread of fate there. It is talking about cycles quite a lot. We do find cycles are an important thing when it comes to this. It's kind of like that wheel of destiny, wheel of fortune. If you do know a little bit of tarot, it is a little bit like that. So it does sort of talk about cycles and things that are sort of fated to be part of our life and our experience in this life. So we do see in this image there, it is that red thread sort of on a spool of cotton or whatever. So we are looking at the way that things connect to us. Okay, with that thread imagery there, it does sort of bring to light those ideas of the way that we're actually connecting to things, as well as understanding that is part of the cycles. That a lot of cycle imagery when it comes to a spool of cotton or whatnot there as well, because it can unwind super quick. It can sort of be rewound back up again. So quite a lot of imagery when it comes to that thread and that the wheel. So like I said, the wheel of fortune, the wheel of fate, kind of a vibe there, where it's sort of constantly spinning, constantly in transit. Okay, so we do sometimes find a bit of energy, motion happening with the wheel, as your first card there as well. And what we're going to be looking at with that particular card is in the area of abundance for you. That's the fish card there. So the fish card is a Gemini card, but it also does, have a strong pull with Aquarius and Pisces as well. But with the fish card, that's all about abundance, quite often financial abundance as well. So especially since we are seeing the fox being the third card I've pulled for your energy there. So the fox is a career type card, generally speaking. So with those two together, we probably are looking at looking at the way that you cycle through things, like the way that you deal with cycles of abundance when it comes to financially speaking, the way that we deal with work type things, financial type things, but that abundance. So when I'm seeing the wheel and the abundance together, it does bring to light that you probably are headed into a cycle that's bringing in a lot more abundance for you. But with the fox there, the fox sometimes can be a little bit of a cautionary card. It's just talking about, quite being quite clever and, to the point of tricking, like being a bit tricky and cunning with the way that you do sort of think about these sorts of things. Okay, it is a bit of a salesman type vibe, the fox card. That kind of trickery, like telling you what you want to hear kind of a vibe. So it's really talking about, really knuckling down when it comes to the where you want abundance in your life, and really thinking smartly about certain things. Okay, so quite a lot of clever sort of mind based stuff comes to mind with the fox. But this particular deck, you can kind of see there, it is the fox with the 9 tails, so it does really have that shapeshifter energy. And with the wheel there as well, I'm kind of finding that it's maybe talking about rethinking the way that we may past have dealt with financial issues in the past, and the way that we may have tried to bring abundance into our lives in the past, and sort of rethinking that, and actually being quite logical and clever about the ways that we are looking into those aspects in the future. Okay, so especially with the wheel there, I do find, the wheel constantly in motion. It's sort of telling us to, maybe start a new cycle with the way that we do deal with those sorts of things. So looking quite, we'll have to wait and see if that flows through to the reality of the energy for you there, Gemini. But looking like it may actually be quite a a physical world reading for you today. But I'll see what energies are headed towards you. So Gemini, and the energy around Gemini or heading toward Gemini, please. Okay, so that's actually a totally separate message as well coming through. So there is some energy around you that's sort of, it seems like you're quite focused on, the reality of your situation and dealing with things in new ways, and maybe focused a little bit on your financial side of things at the moment. But, the energy around you and coming towards you is focused on other aspects there, Gemini, because we do have the cauldron, the stranger, and the heart. Okay, so we can kind of see with the heart straight away that we are looking at some really loving energy headed your way. And definitely could be talking about, actual romantic options headed your way. But if not, it is a very sort of loving energy either way. But with the cauldron, once again, another unique card to this deck. But that really does talk about, creating power in yourself and in your life. So you are getting this energy headed towards you that's giving you this opportunity to really take control of this wheel, and really take control of any changes you may need to make when it comes to how you receive abundance as well. Um, you can kind of see there with the cauldron, it brings to light, that idea of, making new potions for your life, putting a little bit of this in, a little bit of that in. So I really feel as though at the moment you may actually have quite a few different aspects of your life that are sort of starting to take off. With that abundance kind of vibe going on there. But with the stranger, it really does talk about, them. That is sort of like a person card. Okay, so it is very similar to a couple of the other person cards there, most likely similar to the dog card. So it could be talking about a new sort of relationship coming into your life, someone that you don't yet know, and they're really going to be bringing that sense of magic and that super loving energy with them. Okay, so there may be somebody coming into your life in the near future who really is going to sort of make you see the magic of your ways, okay, and make you see the magic of being able to try new ways of doing things, and trying new ways of creating that abundance, not just financially but in all aspects of your life. I really feel like this person, whoever this person turns out to be for you, Gemini, they're bringing in a lot of good intentions. Okay, so I feel as though they're really just going to help you see things in a different way and see the sort of the undercurrents of magic in the way that things are happening for you. It does talk quite a lot with that cauldron card. It does talk quite a lot about manifestation as well, and being able to, manifest these opportunities, these things that you do want to create when it comes to, more abundance coming into your life. It really gives you that opportunity to get into that energy and actually start to manifest these things. So I really feel that energetically speaking, looking at a really interesting point in time for you, Gemini. The cogs are sort of turning for you, and you may be looking at things in a way that you haven't really considered things before at the moment. But like I said, we'll have a look and see if that's going to flow through into the reality for you. So, we will be looking at, the day-to-day sort of stuff, what's going on in your life, and, the reality of life for our Geminis today. Okay, so Geminis in the physical world, please. What's going on for Gemini in the physical world, please? Super interesting. I'll just grab a couple of extra cards. Is there anything important Gemini needs to know at this time, please? Anything super important for Gemini to be aware of at this time, please? Okay. So they're kind of all, that important message is kind of linked up. But we are once again seeing that person energy. So there definitely is some sort of new person coming into your life, Gemini, who will be really sort of opening your eyes up, I feel, to quite a few new aspects, and a new way of looking at things is kind of how I feel. So we do have the mountain there. We have that person represented now by the dog, as well as that fish card again. So definitely looking at abundance coming in for you. So with the mountain there, it really does talk about putting in a bit of hard work. Okay, there may be some delays and obstacles, some small challenges that you might be facing when it comes to, I feel like it's going to be letting this abundance come on through, because when I've asked for that important message, I am getting a bit of a just a bit of advice for you. I feel with the cross and then the stars, so it's kind of letting me know. I'll just jump ahead because it is sort of linking all together there. Um, but because the cross actually can talk about burdens, okay, and I feel as though that's letting us know, don't let these things be a burden to you. So once again, with that insight coming through as more the emotional side of things, not letting your emotions be a burden to you when it comes to accepting this abundance that's headed your way, okay, and not letting it be like a cross to bear, but just accepting the positive sides of these things, and accepting how much you are given that opportunity to change past cycles. Okay, with that, all right. So it's just a bit of a warning, I feel, to not let yourself feel too burdened by anything that's going on for you at the moment, because you really are heading into a super abundant time frame here. And like I said, so yeah, there may be a little bit of hard work in order to get to that. You may feel some challenges, and maybe feeling like certain things are a little bit of a burden, and that's what that mountain is sort of all about. It's telling you, put in that hard work, and climb that mountain, because once you get to the top of that mountain, it's smooth sailing the rest of the way back down. You can see your way clear once you do get to the top. So there may be a little bit of hard work involved in the near future in creating this abundance for yourself. Okay, so um, and then when we are seeing this dog and fish card once again, the dog card really does talk about friendships and loyalty, compassion for yourself as well. Having that friendship with yourself as well. I feel for you there, and that support as well. So whoever this stranger, this friend coming in for you, like I said, they're coming in with some really loving sort of intentions. So they're going to be very supporting and caring towards you, and I feel as though they're really going to help you sort of work out how to get up this mountain, and how to put that effort in to climb that mountain, and not be sort of phased by the climb, rather, but to look wait, like, see how you can, once you climb, like, help you see um, the positive opportunities on the other side of that hard work. All right. So I really feel that this person coming in for you is going to be quite important for you. Like I said, they're going to help create that sort of that magic, help you really understand things in a different way for yourself. And then once again, with that fish card coming on through, once again, like I said, abundance, wealth, finance. So we definitely are seeing over the other side of that mountain, there's definitely some beautiful energy there. And, everyone would probably do really well with some extra money in the bank at the moment. So I do feel that we may actually just be talking about a financial situation for you, Gemini. But there is somebody coming along who's actually really going to help you get over any obstacles or delays that you're facing in order to get to the positive outcomes where you are getting that financial abundance or that career type abundance. It obviously, like I said, with that Fox card, it's just recommending to you to think things through quite well, but also to be engaging in new ways of looking at your finances and stuff like that. I do feel that we're probably just talking about finances here. It may be different for different Geminis. Obviously it is a collective reading there, but like I said, when we had that important message come out, we do have the cross and then the stars. Okay, so the stars really does talk about all your hopes and aspirations and your wishes coming true. Okay, so but for some reason you may be feeling burdened by those wishes. Okay, so I feel as though this is like the pre-energy that you'll be feeling like super burdened by this hard work that you're having to put in, but like I keep saying, it's once you get to the top of that mountain, or you've got the abundance coming through, you've got these wishes and desires of yours coming into fruition. This is in the reality section, right? So these wishes definitely are going to be showing up in your reality quite soon. There may just be some small delays or challenges in order to get there. So don't allow the things that you are wishing for to burden you and pull you down at all. Because the other thing with the cross is that it is quite, destined. Okay, so we're seeing not only with the cross, but the wheel, that wheel in your initial energy, everything that's sort of happening for you right now, Gemini, is quite fated, and we are sort of following that thread of destiny, that thread of fate there, and once again with the cross, it really does talk about destiny as well. So definitely seeing some strong, this is the way things are supposed to go for you. There may be a little bit of hard work. Don't let it burden you, especially not emotionally. Okay, with that quote there saying, accepting our moment by moment emotional experience. Okay, so there may be some moments where you are feeling quite burdened and whatnot as well, but just remember that good things are worth the effort, and worth the hard work, because would you rather put in a little bit of work now and get a double awesome result, or would you rather just take the easy path and then maybe not get quite as much reward on the other end? Okay, so I do feel as though for you guys, they're putting in a little bit of work, and just knowing that on the other side of that work you are looking at some fantastic energy. Okay, so especially like I said, with that stars energy, all your wishes are coming true. It's just a matter of getting there at this time, Gemini. But I'll ask a couple specific to love here with the Oracle deck for you. So Gemini and love, please. Gemini and love, please. And once again, on the bottom of the deck there, I have the abundance card from the love oracle. Okay, so like I said initially, when I've seen that abundance, this is the third time we're seeing that abundance popping up for you, Gemini. So we really are looking at a phase of quite a lot of abundance. And like I said, even though I do feel as though that was probably more financial, we are, it does feel like we are looking at quite a few different areas of your life all sort of falling into place for you in the near future, and having that abundance of, you know, all the things that you are wanting sort of starting to fall into place for you there. So with the oracle cards there, we have drawn the love call card. Okay, so that does say someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. Okay, so I do feel that that may be this person coming on in for you. That you know, they're coming, like I said, they're coming in with a lot of love. It may not necessarily be like romantic love, but it's going to be that very supportive, loyal love. Okay, so whether or not it is romantic, you know, obviously quite a lot of the time when we have a new romantic interest, we really want to establish that friendship first anyway, right? So I feel like focusing on the connection and the loyalty between the two of you, and that that real base in friendship and just belonging, you know, is going to be super important for whoever this person coming on in is for you. But they really are going to be expressing it to you as well. And then we're seeing the butterfly there, okay? So that does say relationships evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth, okay? So like once again with the abundance card, definitely heading into a new phase, just in general at the moment. So if there is someone in particular that either comes in for you or you may even already be connected to, I do sort of feel that that may have that really good opportunity to evolve at the moment, and you know, heal any past issues and just grow together. Okay, so that's lovely. But I do have my personal deck here just with some letters, months, and signs. So we'll see if there's anything in particular that wants to, you know, just I just find these more for confirmation for you guys. So, you know, you will know the relevance probably more than anyone else will. But, you know, when you do meet this person, quite a lot of the time we find their sign or their the initials of their name or something like that has already popped out for you, just as a bit of confirmation that, yeah, that's that person. So we'll see what's going on. Gemini and love, please. Gemini and love, please. Okay, so not actually getting many letters for you today, because the only letter I have pulled out for you is the U. Okay, so we're not focusing on them as much. We're focusing on you. Okay, Gemini. So you know, I don't think that that's going to be related to anyone's initials or anything like that. I think that is just telling us you, Gemini. Okay. Um, But we are seeing, you know, I do have here two star signs. So I've got Scorpio and Cancer. Okay, so we're headed into Cancer season very soon. So, you know, I feel as though these may be actually talking about, you know, people's signs. Or you may have strong placements in either Scorpio or Cancer there. But then we've got quite a few months have come out for you as well. So there may also be some other connections there too. So we do have September, December, and January. Okay, so December, January, that's like Capricorn season as well. All right, so what we're sort of finding there is that these months may be important along this journey of the abundance. You may sort of start climbing that mountain, and then, you know, come September you may see one sort of wish come in, and then come Capricorn season you may be seeing another, like, because that is sort of New Year's as well, right? So you may be seeing some really great outcomes by those times. I feel they might be important more so for outcomes for you when it comes to what we've talked about today, Gemini. So Good luck with it all, and let me know how that resonated for you guys. And keep me updated when all these wishes do start coming in for you. I'd love to hear about it. But anyone that does comment will go in the draw for a free personal reading as well. So make sure you do comment as well as subscribe so you can keep updated when that comes around. But thank you so much for your time today, Gemini.